My name is Craig Foss. I'm the state forester for the state of Idaho with the Idaho Department of Lands. Really glad to be out here today. When we stood up the Shared Stewardship Advisory Group and this whole concept about shared stewardship in the state of Idaho, we had meetings talking about where should we be working on the landscape and what are the types of projects we should be doing. What's exciting about what we're doing now is we're actually out looking at where we have been implementing projects on the landscape. We're looking at federal lands, state lands, industrial lands, and non-industrial private forest lands. And it's encouraging to be this far along. What's happening has been a phenomenal success, and we're just excited to be able to show this to everybody.
So welcome to the virtual tour of the Scattered Lands Shared Stewardship Focal Area in this Bonner County part of the bigger North Idaho Shared Stewardship Priority Landscape. We're trying to create this virtual experience of seeing what progress we've actually made on these private lands and state lands and federal lands across the day, so you can see that we've gone from planning and a lot of collaboration into actual implementation of getting the fuels reduction projects done across the boundaries.
So there's multiple families with just one way in, one way out of their community. So we felt it would be helpful for them if we could help prevent fire travel.
I am the Fire Mitigation Program Manager for Bonner County Bonfire, and behind me is a treatment that was conducted in the spring of 2022. Bonfire is a fire mitigation program free for private landowners. All of these treatments are done on private lands for private landowners. They are funded through federal dollars handed down to the state, and then Bonner County is a subgrantee. My role as the manager for Bonner County Bonfire, I set up all of the projects. I educate the landowners on fire mitigation and forest health or forest management. And I hire contractors to conduct the work, as you see behind me.
One of our biggest tools we have for being really effective at getting that done on federal forest lands is our Good Neighbor Authority program. The thing that you'll hear about from our GNA program manager that makes this even more unique is we not only increased the National Forest's ability in their pace and scale of trying to get these kinds of treatments and harvestings done. This was a scheduled, non-merchantable fuel reduction treatment project that turned into a merchantable timber harvest.
My name's Ed Wingert. I work for the Idaho Department of Lands. I'm the Good Neighbor Authority Program Manager. I oversee all the commercial timber sale program in Idaho for GNA.
My name's David Ermentrout, and I am a logger, self-employed logger from Priest River, Idaho. The equipment has changed so much in the last 30 years of what we can do, and in certain cases what we can recover out of it. And we are lucky in this, in the Intermountain, we have enough mills still remaining where we can break down a tree from 27-inch to 4-inch. There's not many places in the United States you can do that. It was kind of fun when everybody's happy for a change.
In our shared stewardship efforts to do cross-boundary work across different ownerships, one of the most effective tools we have in our toolbox is the Good Neighbor Authority program at IDL. And the Good Neighbor Authority program has enabled us to use our more efficient state resources and processes and increase the pace and scale of active forest management, harvesting, and these fuel reduction treatments on federal forest lands. And this stop exemplifies a fuels reduction treatment that was done with our GNA foresters team on Bureau of Land Management property. It was one of the first GNA agreements that we had on the Bureau of Land Management.
One of the reasons we picked this area is that it's in the Pend Oreille State Fire Protection District, and that's one of the highest fire workload in IDL's northern fire protection districts. With a more open crown, it's going to be more receptive to aerial assets as well, whether we're doing helicopter bucket work or single engine air tankers with retardant or water drops.
To show people what this looks like virtually, anybody sitting anywhere can view this and get an idea. When they hear about shared stewardship, they can really see what that looks like on the ground. This is all the people that believe in what we're doing, and it represents federal, state, industrial, and private interests. And so it's all the key players that have been integral to getting this going. And again, we're just getting started. There's an awful lot of work to do in the landscape, and so all these people are key to the continued success of the program.